Right, so what's going on guys, Mike here from Tech Geek UK, and today I am bringing you a mid-range PC build for under £500, which is roughly $780 or €700. This PC is fairly decent and will be capable of running a lot of the latest and greatest titles, such as GTA 5, Battlefield 4 and Battlefield Hardline, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and Far Cry 4. So the question you must be asking is what settings will these games run at? You're looking at a solid medium to ultra settings with the titles I just mentioned. Also, video editing and rendering should be fairly quick with the amount of RAM and number of cores on the processor. Firstly, I'm going to start with the motherboard, as it is the main component. I've chosen Gigabyte Z97GA Z97P D3 motherboard. As to this day, touch wood, I have had no problems with Gigabyte and their products. Their support is top notch and driver updates and BIOS updates can easily be found at their website hassle free. So what exactly can you expect from the board? Well, the board supports an LGA 1550 socket, which means you can have any 4th or 5th generation Intel chipset you like. The board supports 6 SATA free 6GB ports, which will give you more than enough flexibility for storage options. Also, the board supports up to 32GB of DDR3 memory, which is more than enough for gaming, as most games don't even utilise 4GB of memory. Finally, this board has a insane amount of PCI slots, as it has 2 PCI 32-bit slots, 2 PCI 2.0 slots, 1 PCI 2.0 16 slot, and 1 PCI 3.0 16 slot. This means that if you want to purchase a second graphics card for a Beast SLI configuration, you can. You could even install a sound card if they're cool anymore. At a cheap cost of £60, this is an overall great board for gaming, graphic design and overall usage. Moving on, we have the memory, and I've opted for 2 DIMMs of Corsair 4GB Red Vengeance memory running at 16,000 MHz. This is perfect for gaming as it makes your machine future-proof in the RAM department, because as I mentioned earlier, most games don't even take full advantage of 4GB of RAM. The RAM is of course overclockable, but I would not recommend doing this if you're not familiar with overclocking. Next up, we have Intel's Core i5-4960K Devil Canyon's quad-core processor. This thing is a beast for gaming, with its base clock at 3.5 GHz and its max clock being just under 4 GHz. The speed of this processor is truly amazing. This processor has a total number of 4 cores, which combine with a super fast frequency to allow for some flawless gaming and video rendering. The CPU comes with Intel's very own 4600 graphics, which will run some smaller games like League of Legends, Team Fortress 2 and Garry's Mod in medium to high settings. I wouldn't recommend this, but if you're still saving for that killer graphics card, then I would definitely take advantage of one of the many features included with this CPU. This CPU is quite cheap for what it is, with a price tag of just under £155. Finally, the moment you've all been waiting for. The optical drive. Read and write DVD disc with the Asus DRW2451ST internal SATA DVD writer. No, seriously, the graphics card. I have opted for Nvidia's 2GB GTX 750 Ti. This is probably the most used graphics card in any mid-range PC build, as it can run pretty much any game in high settings. With 640 CUDA cores and a memory bandwidth of 65GB per second, this graphics card is ideal for someone who's on a budget, or somebody who's just getting started with PC gaming, and with a price tag of £120, it is an absolute steal. For the power supply, I've opted for EVGA's 500 watt 80 plus white power supply. This power supply is just enough for your PC to run at its highest capability. This PSU features an ultra quiet 120mm fan, so you don't get an annoying sound of a fan going ham inside your PC. The wires and connectors are all asleep, which makes cable management just that bit easier, because no one wants to stare at a bunch of tangled wires when they open up their PC. This power supply is super cheap at a price of around £36. Most of today's games are quite hefty in size, especially titles like GTA 5, Battlefield and Call of Duty. So that's why I've chosen the Seagate Barracuda 1TB hard drive. Not only do you get a massive 1TB of storage, but you also get a mega quick trial transfer speed of around 600 MB per second, which is more than enough for storing games, movies, music, documents. And at a price of £43, I truly believe this hard drive is one of the best 1TB hard drive for money. Last but not least, we have the case. I've chosen InWin's 703 gaming case, reasons being it just looks amazing, with a massive side panel just waiting for LEDs to be installed. It also comes with a 120mm fan and has 4 expansion bays for extra fans you may need. Also, it includes an ODD toolless design for easy installation of hardware. For a price of £50, this case has everything you need and more. Right, so this has been my first mid-range gaming PC build for under £500. I hope you enjoyed this build and hopefully got some useful advice and ideas from this build. Thanks for watching, be sure to drop a like, comment below and subscribe.